All right, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. I hope your July 24th is off to an amazing start. It's Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. So if you are stumbling upon my YouTube channel for the very first time and you're a college football fan, welcome, welcome, welcome. Where have you been? This is your spot for college football discussion, debate, and analysis. But for most of you, you know the drill. We discuss college football like nobody else, provide top content each and every day with analysis from myself and the best bloggers, broadcasters, and writers in the industry as well. Tonight is bigger than usual, meaning it's bigger than big. It's bigger than huge. Our Wednesday night lineup includes, of course, our staples, 7 o'clock Eastern time. It's Florida State Seminoles Live. If you love Florida State football, if you love college football, and you follow the marquee programs, whether you like them or not, you've got to join us at 7 o'clock Eastern time for Florida State Live discussion. Then at 8 o'clock Eastern time, our pillar, our foundation has been for a long time. Now, Miami fans, you may be disgruntled to know that there are some teams here on the channel that have surpassed your viewership, because I get that comment on a regular basis, and I know you wear that as a badge of honor in regards to the Miami following here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, and I will always provide top-notch Miami analysis, and we do so at 8 o'clock Eastern time with Cam Underwood from State of the U. Then at 9 o'clock Eastern time, we bring on our Buckeye contributors from all over the place, a huge roundtable forum, Ohio State Buckeyes Live at 9 o'clock Eastern time. So don't be selfish and take all this in for yourself. Go out there, share the videos, let everyone know that we're here, Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. And if you know college football fans, whether that's actually in person, the old-fashioned way, or you know people out there in cyberspace, on social media platforms that you're acquaintances with, whether it be on Instagram or Facebook, here on YouTube, wherever it is, invite them in. Let them know that we're here. And as an added extra bonus tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern time, Pac-12 Media Days coverage with Tony Siracusa from Last Word on College Football. So not just Florida State at 7, Miami at 8, Ohio State at 9, but at 10 o'clock Eastern time, we've got Tony Siracusa from Last Word on College Football, who is right now, as we speak, venturing out to Pac-12 Media Day in Hollywood, and he will report from there or just make it back home to report on Pac-12 Media Days and his discussions face-to-face with Pac-12 coaches and players right here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. If anybody out there is interested in the audio version of what we do, I cannot promise you that everything we do on video will be placed on audio. It's just too much of a workload. But at the same time, I post at least one, if not two, audio podcasts per day at Mark Rogers TV. And you can find that at iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, or Google Play, one of the main 5 audio platforms. Our audio version of much of what we do here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. But considering we typically churn out about 4 to 5 videos per day, I'm not able to duplicate that and take all the time and effort to get that to audio, but we do supply about 1 to 2 audio podcasts of the video versions over on those audio platforms. The most important thing that I'm going to say during this little promotional lineup is that you can join me for 2 exclusive live streams every week. 2 exclusive live streams every week, meaning you are the only one who has access to the live streams over on the Voice of College Football community. So if you go down in the description section below and you grab the link that says Voice of College Football community, you will then have access for a fee that I am obligated to charge, but it's to build the channel. So many of you understand and have caught the vision and understand what I'm doing here. Many of you don't. I understand. Just bring in your friends and family. Just enjoy the content. Many of you, I truly appreciate your investment in regards to time and effort and engagement, and also monetarily. But I enjoy and I am amazed at the contribution of many of you. I could go down the list. You know who you are, who comment on a regular basis, who join me on a regular basis for the call-in shows. That's another thing I need to do very soon, is announce a call-in show live stream schedule for the fall for football season. We had a set schedule last football season. It worked very well. I stayed with it until the national championship game, and a few work obligations changed. Therefore, a number of my call-in show opportunities were taken from me. Therefore, I'm going to have to really look at my obligations for this fall and your needs, and deliver those call-in shows each and every week where you can count on them being at the same time right here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. But again, if you just love the college football, dig in. If you've caught the vision of what we're doing here, then we appreciate the support on every level. Whichever way you can give it to us, we appreciate the support. This is just another way that you can support us and take just a tiny bit, and then you add it to the pool. And if the pool expands, then we can do what we aim to do here at the Voice of College Football. So again, grab the Amazon link. That's another one. Grab the link down below that says Voice of College Football Community, 2 exclusive live streams each and every week. So here's the deal. I reached out to a number of you, both via the YouTube channel, the community page, but also by phone call and by email. And the overwhelming response that I got from you was that you wanted to have the opportunity to talk college football directly with me. Of course, you can do that through the comments. You can also do that through the interactions in the live chat room. Absolutely, we will continue to do that. However, the best way to do that, if you want to talk, discuss, debate college football with me, your opportunity's right there. 2 people have already taken advantage of that opportunity to come directly on here to talk college football with me. So the way I envision this in the future is that we've got a pool of hundreds and thousands of the viewers over the Voice of College Football Community, and at least once a week, I take an hour and I bring you on to talk college football, and we talk it up, and we have a panel of 3 or 4 of you. We rotate if needed. You can come on for a minute. You can come on for 15 minutes. We'll do it for at least an hour, and we've already started the process. We've had a couple of subscribers on, and we have talk college football with an exclusive live stream. So that's 1 exclusive live stream each and every week in which I bring on somebody who subscribes to the Voice of College Football Community, and we talk college football. I would love for that to be you. Also, if you have seen a reduction in the response to viewer comments, there's one particular reason why. One is that the comments total is up over 45 to 50,000 for the year to date. So thank you. It's impossible for me to thank you enough in terms of contributing to the growth of our channel here. So thank you so much for that. But keep in mind, for me to respond, it means that I can only respond so much, and I can't deliver the content at the level that you would like or that I would like. I don't even deliver the amount or the quality or volume of content that I would like and get to all the things that run through my head that I would love to attack. I don't have that kind of time and can't get to it all, but still 4 to 5 videos per day. I think we're doing pretty well at over 150 videos per month. That said, again, join our Voice of College Football Community, because your second exclusive live stream is my reaction to your viewer comments. So I sit here for at least an hour. I run through the viewer comments, and I just knock them off one by one, and it's my first exposure to most of those comments, and I respond and react to your viewer comments. That exclusive live stream is on our Voice of College Football Community. The link is below. And again, catch the vision here. If you want the content to continue, if you enjoy what we do, that doesn't mean you always agree with me. I thought it was amusing the other day when we posted a video of how Michigan could unseat Ohio State as the best team in the Big Ten, and I got a couple people unsubscribe. And I can only imagine that they were mad that we were actually playing with the thought that Ohio State could possibly not win the Big Ten and Michigan could actually beat Ohio State this year. It's called a discussion. It's called a debate. And when all the major national publications and prognosticators, for the most part, are selecting Michigan to win, then I provide the counterpoint depending on who the guest is, and we discuss it. That's what we do. So I find it rather amusing, people unsubscribing because they were mad because I, in some crazy, unfathomable way, was considering that Michigan could beat Ohio State this year and could win the Big Ten championship. So again, if you're reasonable, meaning you enjoy what we do and the service we provide, you don't always need to agree with me. If you always agreed with me, what fun would that be? As it states right now, we have fun discussing college football and we learn from each other. All right. So again, most important thing that I've stated, we'll state it again, our Voice of College Football community below, because in the next couple of weeks, I will be explaining to you why that is a much, much more valuable service as it stands. I thought that I would be able to start that Patreon, and let's be plain about it. It's a Patreon page. We have renamed Voice of College Football Community. We have built a landing page that bypasses Patreon, takes you right to the sign up. So it was my thought, hey, I get compliments every day on what we do here. People love what we do. We are building this out. The numbers are exploding. I need to be able to generate revenue to keep this going. Otherwise, it shuts down and we don't do it anymore because I virtually work for free. But that's going to stop. And I need to be able to build this to a degree where it's either a supplemental income. That's the intermediate goal, objective, but long range for me to continue to do it to this degree. And can you imagine if I freed up another 45 to 50 hours in my work week? If I freed up 45 to 50 hours of my work week, do you know how much better this would be done? Do you know how much better this channel would be? Can you imagine? I did an interview last week with Pigskin Pete. Many of you are knowledgeable and aware of his work. And he had me on to talk about my career and my YouTube channel. And people were flabbergasted in listening to the conversation that I have a full-time job, which is a great compliment. So I appreciate that. So we're able to do what we do even with that huge slice of life taken away. 50 hours out of my week. Add the 50 hours to this, which I wouldn't add all 50 hours. I got to be honest. I would want to be able to breathe and maybe eat once in a while and catch a couple hours of sleep and maybe even have a social life. We would do that, which I cram in from time to time now. But most of that time would be devoted to this channel. And you would be amazed at what we could accomplish going full-time, full throttle, all the time. So I'm not going to promise it, and many of you, most of you aren't interested, and I totally get that. You're on YouTube to have fun and get information and jump on here and just watch the videos about college football. But many of you have shown interest and investment, and I appreciate that. I'm not checking the live chat right this second, but I will before I get off here. But I will provide, most likely, I'm not promising this, I will have to carve out the time to provide a channel update, vision, objectives, goals, what we're doing, an update on the channel to provide you with some insight into what I have planned and what we've accomplished thus far and what we plan to do going into the future. And of course, get your suggestions and recommendations. So that's vital. And there's going to be another component. I know what I was on the path of saying here had to do with the Patreon page, the Voice of College Football Community. So it was my thought, hey, I get all the support and contribution and all these compliments day to day, hour to hour about what we're providing here. So people would certainly understand. They would be able to see behind the curtain just a little bit and think, okay, if I contribute $5 a month, which most of us could lose, and believe me, I've stated this many times, if you're in a financial situation in which you cannot afford to lose a nickel, I've been there. So I certainly understand. And you are welcome as much as anyone to dive into the videos here, talk to us, engage with the rest of the audience and the viewers and our community here, and talk college football with me and have at it. You are more welcome as anybody. But considering the financial state of most of us, and even if we're not in the place where we would like to be, most of us not quite in the place financially we would like to be, for what we provide here, just think about it and understand, just take a little perspective, step back a little bit and think 150 videos a month from somebody who's pretty much knows what he's talking about and is providing a service here in a number of ways that's unmatched and unlike anything else on YouTube or online. And he's doing all this by himself. 150 videos a month, $5. So it's my thought, hey, people that have stated their support for so long, they'd be willing to throw $5, get exclusive live streams in addition to what they get here. But just basically the thought of being, I am paying back and reciprocating, understanding that you're throwing 50 hours a week into this in addition to 50 hours a week at a job. I just thought that would be enough incentive for most people, but it's not. So you have to throw in more incentive, and I get that. So that's where the 2 exclusive live streams come into play, and there's going to be a third huge component that is going to come into play that I will announce in the next couple of weeks over at the Voice of College Football Community that I think brings a ton more value considering my track record. And that's a bit of a hint, considering my track record. All right. What else did I want to cover here? I did want to get to your comments before I've got to take off. But of course, again, if you're jumping on here, watch the entire video, please. It's our Wednesday night lineup with Florida State at 7, Miami at 8, Ohio State at 9, and a special edition tonight, Pac-12 Media Day coverage from Tony Siracusa from Last Word on College Football at 10 o'clock. So Tony and I will open up the live chat and we will discuss Pac-12 Media Day. Facebook, take 12 seconds, please. Go over to Facebook, just search Mark Rogers TV and give me a like. I'm guessing that'll take 12 seconds. I think you could probably do it in 8 seconds. Go over to Facebook, search Mark Rogers TV, bam, like it. That's all you need to do. I apologize. I don't have my phone, but I want to see who's on the live stream, and I will address anything that's on there not pertaining to college football. People will ask me, what's your prediction on this? Or you're going to get my predictions in a certain venue coming up this season. And I'm going to lay out my prediction record. So look out for this in the next few weeks. I'm going to get out, whether it's the whiteboard or whatever visual display, to run through my prediction record. And it's all verified. I can't make it up. It's all on YouTube. The videos, you can add up the record week to week to week. It's been tracked since 2011. So my prediction record is for all to see. It can't be fabricated in any way. The videos are there. I put all my predictions on record, on video. But I'm going to let you know this is my prediction record. And if you can find somebody else who's better, and I'm sure you can, because I don't put a whole lot of thought into it. It's a fun thing for me to do. I'm not a handicapper or prognosticator or odds maker, but I'm pretty good and have been. And again, this is held consistent since, dare I say, 1982, but it's on record since 2011. All right, let me grab my phone and see who's on the live stream. I want to say hi to everyone. My apologies for being unprofessional and leaving the set, but I forgot my phone. All right, 16 on the line. I apologize. I had to run upstairs to grab my phone. DeAndre! This is a guy who works his tail off. I can tell this from our conversations. DeAndre, big Clemson fan, defender of the ACC. And when I mentioned the other day that I noticed a couple people unsubscribe because they didn't like me giving Michigan some clearance to possibly win the Big Ten and go to the college football playoff, DeAndre is a guy that we had a knockdown, drag-out conversation debate about the ACC versus the Big Ten the other night, and DeAndre appreciates we are debating college football. He respects my opinion. I respect his. He's dead wrong, but I respect his. This guy's incredible. DeAndre, thank you so much. And yes, we need to talk on the phone at some point, and I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll jump in the car and give you a shot, and you probably are at work or something. But anyway, we'll give it a shot. But DeAndre gets it. He understands. Mark's got 11,000 subscribers. Actually, over 14,000 if you include the Miami, Ohio State, USC channels. Over 14,000 subscribers. I'm sure some of you have doubled up on your subscription, so I very much appreciate that. If we all just threw a little bit into the ocean, what that little bit to you that you don't miss, we collect. We do this full time, and then it would blow your mind. It already blows people's minds, and I appreciate the compliments. Blows people's mind. We had Uncle Lou on the other day. He called in, and he had some very nice words to say, and I may actually even clip it off and make that its separate video just because I so much appreciated him calling up, considering where he's elevated his channel, far beyond mine. But he was able to call in and took the time and the sentiment to call in and compliment what we're doing here and point everyone to the Pigskin Pete interview that we did. So look up Pigskin Pete's channel, and I did an interview with Pigskin Pete the other day, or he interviewed me to be more accurate on my career and YouTube channel. So that was very nice of both Pigskin Pete to highlight me and reach out to me as a interview subject, and also Uncle Lou, who's doing a tremendous job like only he can on his channel. So DeAndre, see, he gets it. You know, I know you don't have $100, $1, $2. He gets it. I'll lay off that because I hate. Dennis, please understand. And we're going to go bare bones. I hate to talk about money. I really do. I wish I could just jump on here like some YouTubers have, and they get 1 million subscribers real quick, and they do a great job, and they just don't need to say anything. Dennis, please understand. Watch the videos, watch whatever you want. If you only watch one a week or one a month, or whether that's every one, or whatever your consumption is. I don't want you guys to watch videos about South Carolina if you could care the hell about South Carolina, but watch whatever you want, and like and share and comment, do all those good things. And if you are sincerely not in the position to give up anything in regards to that type of contribution, a financial contribution, believe me, I am grateful for every view, every comment, every like, every engagement. I am very much appreciative of all that. I cannot express it enough. Believe me, I cannot express it enough. So you guys have lives, and you have so many obligations that if we sat here and shared and were able to know everybody's issues and challenges in life, whether they're health issues, financial issues, relationship issues with significant others, spouses, kids, parents, and then work issues, trying to get work issues. Yes, we would all feel a little bit better about the other person, not better about their situation, but better in regards to let's treat each other a little bit more like humans, with a little bit more dignity and respect and care, I think, if we knew the plight and what's going on in each other's lives. So Dennis, I appreciate the comment, and certainly you've been on here for a long time. I would love to know how long, supporting Miami football, but in particular supporting me. And you love to cut down the Buckeyes, and you love to jab me many times, but I love it. I appreciate it. That's why we're here. It's fun. And so you just do whatever you can. I am just speaking to whomever out there might be saying, okay, for all this time I've been consuming all these videos and I love them, I could contribute something. So DeAndre, thank you so much for that. All right. Luke, the Chucks from South Carolina, they do have a big fan base. Ryan, Mark, good morning, man. Ryan, I've got to say, even though you're talking to me like we're long lost buddies, I got to say this in a good way. Once my subscription to 247 Sports is over in September, I will be joining your channel membership. Love your stuff, Mark. Ryan, this is the first time I've seen your handle. Do you know what the tradition here is at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football? And for many of you who know that I like to speak on point and I stumble over my words at 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is now, 9 o'clock Eastern time, because I went to bed about 5 o'clock and I had to get up at 7:30 to do this and then go to work. So pardon me for stumbling around. Still waking up. Ryan, you know what you get here. Do you know what the tradition is? Welcome to Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. I can't do it as well with the arm in front of me for the mic. Would love to know who you root for. Would love to know how long you've been watching. Dennis, thank you so much. 1982, Mark Rogers. I was singing the Miami, our number one song until John Riggins spoiled the day. Yes, 1983, January of 83-82 season. A.J. Dewey, 3 picks in the AFC Championship game, Dennis. Believe me, I know my NFL. People are sometimes surprised when I tell them when it comes to historically, I probably know more about the NFL than I do college football. At one point, I knew every playoff game since the merger, the score of every game. And I'm saying that not in an arrogant, bragging way, but to basically show you my embarrassment for the stupid knowledge that I have in my head. Twins N times N, checking in all about the U. Twins N times N, lefty style. Welcome to Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. Twins N by N, whatever that's supposed to be. Thanks for joining the channel. DeAndre, again, you're phenomenal. You're great. Love it. Luke, thank you so much for the comments. And again, this is not necessarily a time to, and I can see that you guys can appreciate what we're doing here. We're not talking college football. I really need to run. I shouldn't even be sitting here right this second. So thank you so much for joining us again tonight, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Eastern time. So we go to work, we come back, I flip on the camera, I talk for 4 hours college football with you and with, of course, our distinguished guests talking Florida State, Miami, Ohio State, and tonight, as an added bonus, Pac-12 Media Days at 10 o'clock Eastern time. I believe, I am almost positive that will be live. I would like it to be live unless Tony Siragusa from Last Word on College Football has other obligations. Then we may have to record that and release it on Thursday right here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. Thanks so much for joining. And I will see everyone tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time.